Wow, I'm on Etsy now, link in the description. Hey guys, CharrChan here, and today's video it is an unboxing and a review of the Yato Nendoroid from Noragami. So we are filming in front of the window, which isn't ideal, but to be honest, I can't really be bothered to set up in my workroom, so we're filming here in the living room anyway. So Yato, this is a very anticipated Nendoroid for me. I do love the Noragami anime, and it's very cool that we did actually get a Nendoroid of him. So there's the box, we've looked at all the sides. I don't know if they're in focus. To be honest, I'm still recovering from a cold, so I'm kind of just sat on the sofa today mostly. But yes, there's all the sides of the box. It does have a sticker there that says Kodansha. Then we have all the good smile logos and the Nendoroid logos, etc, etc. I do also have here that I'm not opening the Tiger Isaka Nendoroid from Toradora. And I just wanted to point out that this is a surprise gift from my boyfriend, but the box situation, if you know, you know, but if you don't, Good Smile Company tried to change all future Nendoroid boxes to be this style. Everything is cardboard, and that means your Nendoroid doesn't look as pretty in box. And also all the pieces end up kind of scratched when you're storing them, so it's not great. Fortunately, we did manage to convince them to go back to the original box style, so Yato fortunately is in the traditional Nendoroid box. Alright, let's get him open. I'm sorry for the probably bad exposure and lighting in today's video, but whatever, I don't really care that much. Alright, Yato. Why do I always struggle to open the boxes? There we go. It's a very reflective box actually, I've noticed on the camera screen. Oh, I want to bring that with it. Oh dear. It seems the stand has glued itself. There we go. The tape from the stand had glued itself to the cardboard insert. Well, I guess we'll start with the stand, since that was so eager to come out of the box. As usual, we do have, oh, we're out of focus. We do have a spare neck peg in there, which is good. Hopefully I won't be needing the spare neck peg for a while. I do also hear that they tried to, or are still changing the Nendoroid bases. This one looks the same as it always has. Then you've got the copyright information on the front there, but I think the newer bases are a bit thinner and they have less of these peg holes, which is kind of a downgrade, I think. Then we have the Nendoroid itself. It's not like a terrible range of accessories. I do wish he had his bottle that he stores all of his coins in. That would have been really nice, but you know, whatever. I suppose we will start with the Nendoroid, so let's have a look. As usual, lots of plastic to remove. In fact, there's quite a lot of plastic here. I think we have to pop his head off. His little scarf can be removed, so that's nice. But of course I'll be leaving it on, I think. I have to take his arms. They put a lot of plastic in this one. Like, more than usual. Ooh, that's on the floor now. His boots are really nicely painted. Of course I'll have that in the B-roll, but they are really nicely painted. Like, not scruffy at all. Very nice. I am impressed by the little scarf being removable, I quite like that. His fringe wasn't too stiff to remove, which is alright, but sometimes you get some really stiff Nendoroid fringes. There we go. And, oops, he fell over. And there we have him, all put together and poorly exposed in the lighting. Anyway, I do think he looks really good actually. He's got a nice clean paint job. There aren't any real paint defects I'm seeing. I'm really impressed with his boots. I suppose I should start showing you the other accessories. In fact, first I'm going to put him on his stand, see how easy it is to get him stood up. There we go, on his stand. This was really the worst possible lighting situation I could have chosen. Alright, let's look at all of his little accessories. So he comes with his sword slash yukine. I do really like how this is sculpted. I think it looks very nice, I like the shapes in it. He comes with a peace sign hand that is out of focus. There you go, peace sign, and a coin holding hand. So this is the hand you use to hold his little coin. He comes with a bent leg for action poses, which I'm struggling to get in focus. There we go. Again, looks nicely painted. And two bent arms with slightly different hand poses. One of these holds his sword and one of them holds, I think, the other end of his sword. I can't remember what these are for. There is a slight issue because the design, he's got like this tracksuit design on his sleeves. When you do rotate the arms, the design gets mismatched, which is why I would have preferred them to maybe, you know, do extra arms so that we could have a more cohesive design going on. But you know, it's alright. Then we have the most losable Nendoroid piece I've ever seen. A 5 yen coin, I think. I'm not entirely sure, because I don't really deal with physical yen every day. Yeah, that is so incredibly losable as an item. But it does look nice. And of course, his little crown, which is so cute. And then the faceplates. We've got a serious faceplate here, but I don't intend to use this really, aside from for the B-roll, because I would like to use this faceplate, which is so cute. Look at that. It's one of the main selling points for this Nendoroid for me personally. I mean, look at that. It's adorable. And his default faceplate is just like a grin. Happy, smiley. There he is. I apologise. This video is so badly filmed, but whatever. Alright, we've looked at all of the parts. We've seen the Nendoroid and its box, etc, etc, so I guess we'll do some B-roll. The Yato Nendoroid is a very clean Nendoroid, at least mine is. I mean, there's no like defects anywhere, all the parts seem to fit just fine and pretty well actually. Some of my other Nendoroids have parts that are really stiff to get in or they just fall out, but so far the Yato Nendoroid seems to have all of his limbs firmly attached, which is very good. I do wish that they'd given us 2 of the bent leg pose option pieces, because it is a set side that leg is supposed to go in with the tracksuit stripe on the outside of the leg, so, you know, that's a bit of a downside, but, you know, it's alright. You know, it's just a good Nendoroid. The sword it doesn't feel fragile, so I'm not worried about breaking the sword. That little 5 yen coin is staying in the box. I took it out for B-roll, and it's staying in the box, because it will just go up the hoover and be missing forever. But yeah, as I was saying, the sword is nice and it's not fragile, it's a bit spongy, like soft vinyl kind of thing. The crown is a little bit finicky, it doesn't stay in terribly well, like it's fine if you're just gonna leave it to sit there on the shelf, but if you like knock it or whatever, it's gonna fall out, but it's okay. Overall, I really like this Nendoroid. It's simple, I wish it had a couple more accessories, like, as I said, the bottle that he could keep all of his coins in, and also another bent leg would have been nice, but otherwise I think it's a very nice figure, and I do hope we get the other Noragami characters in Nendoroid form. So, there's my Yato Nendoroid in his final pose that he's now in on my shelf, and that's the end of the video. So, thank you so much for watching. Please do not hit the like button, as that probably hurts, not very nice, so maybe shake his hand instead. With that being said, hope to see you in the next one, and bye!